Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to talk about dating and relationships.
Look, I see this on Facebook, man. For all my fellas on here, all my fellas. Which one is y'all going with? Right or left? This for all my fellas, man. What y'all going with, right or left? Right or left? I want to put it in the comments. I want to know what y'all going with. Y'all going with the right or y'all going with the left? What we doing? What we doing? I ain't going to tell y'all my answer. But what we doing, fellas? Put in the comments and tell me why y'all went that way. Tell me why y'all went right or left.
Now, I hate to admit the option I'll go with, but today I'm probably going home. But if I had to choose, I'll go with the option on the right because I'll have no interest in the group on the left. However, I'm pretty sure that the men that will go with the group on the left, particularly black men that will go with the group on the left, are going to do so because the group on the left is probably easier.
You are being overlooked for somebody that's more plain, somebody that is more consistent, somebody that they know this is what she looks like every day, not just on the days when I'm taking her out somewhere. He also talked about tacking on these degrees and fillers. And like I said, a lot of women sometimes modern women are chasing the things that make them happy in the moment, our big jobs, our big degrees, being flued out and all this ridiculous stuff. But the older I get, this is a big year for me. I'll be 50 this year. So let's say I live to be 100, God willing. I'm on the decline now. And I'm thinking really intentionally about where I spend my time and who I spend my time with and being intentional. And what really matters over the course of a lifetime is family and legacy and having that, meaningful relationship, having somebody that's emotionally invested in you.
Most important thing for me, I'm a hard worker, and I want a woman that is also a hard worker too.
Okay. And Serena, why did you end up popping your balloon?
You said you wanted a hardworking woman, and I am not a hard worker. I don't want a job, so that's pretty much that.
That's cool.
I'm born to be feminine, not hard.
She said she wanted to be feminine, not hard. Well, he didn't ask her to be hard. He asked for hard working. And the opposite of feminine isn't hard. The opposite of feminine is masculine. The opposite of hard working is lazy. She basically says she wanted to be lazy. She let him know up front. So now this brother can go on his way to find a woman like this. First off, as impressive as that is, she shouldn't be carrying all that. That's like a year's supply of beverages. I didn't include this to encourage black women in America to do this. I included this video to show black women what they're capable of.
As a man, you're supposed to be working more hard and getting more money to spoil me and protect me.
Yeah, that's fair. But as a woman, I feel like...
Are you in women business?
I'm responsible for my actions as a person. I'm not living anybody else's life.
He didn't ask you who's responsible for holding you accountable. He said who's responsible for holding black women.
Me. I am responsible for holding myself as a black woman.
You're not a black woman. Black women.
It's not your job to prove women wrong.
This is an issue that we have. We can't speak in general. We always make it about like us. It could be anything. Like, what do you think about cars? Well, I don't like cars. So when we try to talk about as a whole, it still goes back to like me. What one of us does, it affects us all. I don't know why we get like that doesn't exist. We get lumped in one group. We can't say, well, I don't qualify. I'm over here. Yeah. At the end of the day, they see us all. A lot of women don't even tell their friends that they wrong. We'll let her tell the whole story and you know she wrong and you won't say anything. And a lot of women can't or they won't because they're afraid they'll get attacked. They'll get cursed out. They'll lose a friend over holding their friend accountable.
Since you do have such an open mind, do you think that is another way that black men should approach these type of scenarios?
As far as like trying to hold black women accountable, responsible.
Yeah.
I wish I could say that there was a different way that you can go about it. I just think we are in such a bad place. I don't think that there's really anything that you can do. Honestly, I don't think you could say it soft. You could say, sweetie, baby, and it would still be like, why you call me baby? Like it's still honest. I don't know. Honestly, I feel like we are this I don't care attitude, this very masculine, I could do what I want is so deep in us that I don't really know what black men can say.
As a grown man,
I thought we was giving each other advice.
not a grown ass man and women business though. That's given very much sassy. As a man, you're supposed to be getting more money. As a man, you're supposed to be buying me a house. As a man, you're supposed to put me above your mother. As a man, f them kids, me only. You bump your head? You fully conscious? Because at this point, I feel like I could be a better man than you.
Even just the thought of how the view of black men already is like you can't win because black women view black men in such a negative way. So even when you try to say something nice, you're already going to be attacked because you're a black man trying to say something.
Women want people to fight for them. You want somebody to fight for you, but you gotta stop fighting back. Okay? You gotta stop fighting back. It's like that lifeguard thing. When the lifeguard's coming out to get you, if you're drowning, don't try to fight back. And the lifeguard's not supposed to grab onto you if you acting all crazy. Because then that lifeguard's going down with you. We can't both be dead. You gotta relax. And so when you're hearing something that's not immediately resonating with what you've already thought, with what you think you already know, you gotta learn how to relax and take the defenses down, take the walls down, and listen and learn and be curious about it rather than just fighting back. You want somebody to fight for you. Stop fighting back. People getting tired.
A lot of y'all not gonna like me for saying this, but sis, the reason why you don't have that soft life or that stay-at-home life that you want with your man, is because you are unwilling to live within his financial means. I know that's gonna sting a little bit, and I know you're gonna have to, take that in, but it's the truth. You see, the real problem is you get on here and you look at these pretentious ass couples who say that they get to go to Roof Chris every Friday night for date night. But see, your man ain't got Roof Chris money, but he got Cheesecake Factory money. He got Applebee's money. He got Olive Garden money, which is just as good. But you done sat up here on Instagram and let somebody talk you out of that. To say you can't have a soft life and you got a hard working ass man, stop. You just won't live by that man's financial budget. And I get it. Some women don't want to settle, and that's fine. But stop blaming that man for that. That ain't got shit to do with that man. He makes enough, sis. He makes enough. I don't care if he makes $40,000 or $240,000 a year. He makes enough. He makes enough.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but men are not jealous of women that make more money than them. They're also not resentful towards the women that make more money than them either. However, they are resentful towards the way that you treat them because you are making more money.
Should he make a certain amount of money? And over 100K. Let's just say either at 100K or a little bit over it. And the reason why I say that is because I'm literally there in my career, but also I know myself, and I hate to say this, but I will talk down on a man that make less than me.
How do you expect a man to coexist with a woman that is presenting masculine energy because she's making more money than him? There is absolutely nothing wrong with making more money than a man, but when you start to treat him like he is the woman in the relationship, that is a problem.
Are you okay being the breadwinner in the relationship?
I'm not the breadwinner in the relationship. You mean any man I'm with?
Yeah.
I'm not the breadwinner in the relationship.
But would you be okay if you were?
I'm not. There's no man I know from you or he got a regular job. He work at a warehouse. He is the head of the household. He is the breadwinner. I will chip in as he see fit because he's the head. Now, this is the way I was raised. A lot of women not going to agree with me.
No, they ain't gonna agree with that, Cheryl.
I'm cool if you don't, but...
They're about to tear you up, Cheryl. Let me let you know.
Tear me up, because here's the thing. Even if I make more money, it doesn't make me the breadwinner.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't make me the breadwinner. It makes me the baby. What you say you want to do what? Or what you want for Christmas? You want a pony? Okay, nigga. I got you.
Cheryl, you know, like...
What?
The breadwinner, you know, normally that person has the larger voice in the relationship.
He's a man. He's going to have, this is what I believe.
But what if you got the money, you making the money?
No, this is what I believe.
Okay.
I believe I am advice and concurrence.
Okay.
He is the head of the household. Now, this is how I believe. The word did not originate with me. He is the head of households. People need to start reading Ephesians. That's what I believe. I may be strong-willed, I may make money, but I'm not the head of the household.
I definitely agree with her overall message, but I gotta disagree. If you're making the money, you're the breadwinner, no matter the gender. There's a difference between the breadwinner and the head of the household. Usually they're one and the same, but they don't have to be. I think a better way to put what she's trying to say is to look at it as a team. In a relationship, we got to be a team. We got to be on the same team. You can't be a fan sitting back and watching and waiting and hoping that I win. You can't be a ref either. You can't just be standing there watching and waiting to call me out when I'm wrong. You, me, we're on the same team, both working together for the success of the team. Now, in any relationship I'm in, I don't have to be the superstar. She can be the superstar, I can be the superstar, I don't care. But I have to be the captain of the team. As a superstar, you're responsible for scoring, you're responsible for winning games, you're responsible for yourself. As a captain, you're responsible for the team. And in relationships, men are expected to do most of the sacrificing. If there's a bump in the night, who's expected to go investigate? If there's not enough food on the table, who's expected to go hungry? As a woman, you're not expected to sacrifice your life for your man. Maybe the children, but not your man. As a man, you're expected to sacrifice your life for your woman. If you're going to get behind me when there's danger, then you got to get behind me when there's not.
This guy, right? Jane Daniels. The Washington Commanders just drafted him in the first round this year. This guy right here is Tress Way, and he's a phenomenal kicker. He's also a team captain for the Washington Commanders. If anybody has been an athlete before, you know how much a number means to you when you're competing. Whether it's emotional ties, physical ties, whatever, numbers mean something to us. Not only that, but Tress Way has been a captain for the past few years, and this year would be the final year it would take for him to complete his captain's patch. The captain's patch that he would be completing with the number he has been wearing his entire career, which is number 5. When he was being confronted with what to do with the situation, because Jaden Daniels, obviously, he's playing quarterback, right? He has a much more relevant position than a kicker, even though some people might have differing opinions. It's a big deal to be the star quarterback of your team. His wife asked him this, though, and it cleared up everything. She said, "Why do you have that captain's patch in the first place?" It was by being selfless. It was by being a good leader. It was by making sacrifices for the betterment of the team. He gave it up in hopes of bringing the team together, and this is what the world needs more of. Tress, if you're seeing this, got a lot of respect for you, dude. Jane Daniels also have a lot of respect for you. We need more leadership like this in today's sporting world.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.